What up? What up? What up, peoples? Blackwing 2040. Welcome back to the channel. I'm doing another live tier list with my buddy Tex. How you doing, Tex?
I am doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great, man.
Good to
So
hear.
we are doing, as the title says, we are doing pink and white rangers. This is gonna be very interesting since this pretty much these two colors kind of coexist within each other, especially sometimes Ranger will have white with
With pink accents.
yes, with pink
Yeah.
accents on the
Yeah.
suit.
Yeah. I was like,
So
Jesus, you're making this confusing.
yeah. So anyway, that's what it's gonna be. And we have our pink and white Rangers here. And this list has movie Kimberly on this list. I didn't see that down there, but whatever.
I think it's also out of order too. Jesus. Well, I guess
it is out of order, but let me just I keep forgetting to do these put the ranking titles here in the first place. Delete row. So you guys already know the drill. First level or first tier is GOAT, second is Raw, third is mid, and bottom is trash. So we are going from MFPR to the latest Pink Ranger. That would definitely be Ninja Steel. Pink and White Rangers. Because since Beast Morphers did not have a Pink and White Ranger. So this is going to be very interesting. Someone said, like, Dominic is surrounded by all the girls. Yep, Dominic is the
I can't even
in the room.
I can't even look at him the same. Especially because the last time I saw his actor was in Daredevil, so I think it's really funny.
Yeah,
I was so confused.
That one Russian dude in Daredevil in season 1.
Yeah, I was like, is that Dominic? Jesus.
Yeah, okay. I was like, wait a minute, that looks like, oh my gosh.
Oh man, I'll tell you, the Netflix series, they got to thank for Power Rangers, man. They got RPM Scott and Jessica Jones, man.
Exactly. So I'm like, you know what, Netflix, get on it.
Yeah,
get on that. All right, so starting off with, geez, man, you good?
I gotta get a new chair, man. I'm so sorry. I'm barely moving at this point.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, starting off with the woman who started it all, Kimberly, which I know pretty much she was the heartthrob of every boy in the 90s. Not me though. She was alright.
Unfortunately, I was born in 1999, so
I mean,
I missed that hype for her.
I mean, no. I mean, looking at her, I mean,
I can see. Well, Kimberly has a very. I mean, just for being like the first like archetype of like the cute little sister of the group, I think Kimberly fits that well.
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely see her being. I'm gonna say straight up, like I mean, like she's nice. She's very cute. I did like her relationship with Tommy. She was nice.
But let's not forget who's the one that broke up with Tommy in the first place.
That's a whole other L that she's about to take further in this discussion. But first, I want to hear your thoughts on Kimberly because I don't have. She's okay to me.
Yeah, like you said, Kimberly's okay. She
doesn't stand out. She doesn't stand out for me.
I mean, she's not bad. It's just, I'll admit well, first of all, I could say for season 3, that was pretty much when she was almost pretty much out the door. And
she's still there, but I feel like she barely gets any lines or anything. She's just kind of walking.
She was barely there. That was her last window, which is like, okay, yeah, guys, I'm getting ready to leave. But I mean, even when she had like a near-death experience when Lord Zed was draining her powers, I'm just like, okay. But I just, I don't know. I really don't know.
Ironically, my favorite Kimberly. I actually agree with Psycho just said in the chat. Beyond being the first, she didn't do much. If I'm being honest, the only version of Kimberly I've actually really started to vibe with is the Boom Studios Kimberly. She feels like she has more character. She gets more spotlight.
Yep.
She gets to do stuff on her own. I like the whole Ranger Slayer thing. I thought that was a really interesting take. But classic Mighty Morphin Kimberly, man, I can't even give her raw, man, personally. I don't know. I can't think of anything that really stood out for her.
I gotta give her mid. I'll be honest. I gotta put her in mid.
Yeah, she's not horrible, but
yeah, she just that's all.
Yeah.
And the woman that came after her, Delphine. This is the first female leader of the Power Rangers. Granted, she didn't do much though, but
She didn't feel like a leader. I feel so bad for her.
look, I still give her props, for the leading representation. I gotta give her props for that. But yeah, she didn't really do much.
Yeah,
The Alien Rangers didn't really do much because they were just replacements. They were replacements. They were just standbys. They were just standbys.
It feels like the only Alien Ranger. I'm sure you've said this before. We might have even said it like last time, but the only Alien Ranger that somewhat stuck out was Arturo. That was the red one, right?
Yeah, Orico.
Oh, Orico, yes, and that was only due to like honestly,
Forever.
exactly, like because he had a actually cool scene. I forgot who he teamed up on, but that's literally the most iconic thing about Alien Ranger. I remember, of him just sitting on the rocks, just like speeding around,
like over here, haha, missed
it. And that's Alien Rangers. That's all of them. Like I can't think of anything she did. I mean, even when I was younger, I didn't like the Alien Ranger season. I was like,
okay. I don't blame you.
The Rangers themselves, I hope Boom Studios does something with them. Let me say that.
I agree with you. I mean, Alien Rangers is a very forgettable season. I mean, there's only a 10-episode miniseries to bridge the gap between Zeo and MMPR, so I get its purpose, but okay, look, Delphine, as just for being the first female leader, I'll probably put her in Raw. Even though she didn't do much, this is my perspective. I'm just gonna put her in Raw.
I can give you that because, I mean, that being said, at the very least, I don't think she did much. I don't know. I mean, that's a pretty big point because as far as female leaders, I mean, the one right after her was Evil in SPD. So, and that was many years after. So I got to give her some props for at least having that.
Yeah. All right. Next up is the woman that's kind of stole my heart, Catherine.
See, Kat is such a fascinating character because I really liked her and Tommy's relationship more.
Way more. Look.
It felt like, I don't know. Go ahead. That's fine.
Okay, here's my thing though. I know people have a little bit of problems with Kat nowadays because if you rewatch not even Zeo, if you rewatch Turbo, she's nothing but the damsel in distress, which is kind of sad. Yeah. But remember, when she first came on into MMPR, she was only the pink MMP Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger for just a few episodes before they got turned into kids. Yeah. Zeo was Kat's time to shine, pretty much. So, and on top of that, her character, I just adore her character. The fact that she was able to do something swell for Tommy after going through a hard breakup, that's a ride or die friend right there. That's a ride or die friend.
Kat and her relationship with Tommy, for me, it worked better because Kimberly and Tommy, it looked more like they both were attracted to each other on like first sight. But with Kat, it felt like there was already a bond of friendship before they ever started the idea of being a couple. And I think not only was she a great friend, I think like many of the Zeo Rangers, she finally got to come into her own with Zeo.
Yeah.
As just a character. She's a very good, she's a very good, we talk about archetypes for Power Rangers. For me, Kat was the first, because that was so early in the series. She was the first to actually be like, she's the good kind of motherly person in the group, and she's really great at that role.
Oh yeah, she is.
Or big sister, whatever you want to call it.
She's the mother, especially when in Turbo, where she kept taking care of Justin. She's basically his mother.
Yeah, Kat was just. I can't say she did anything outstanding, like as an episode or a scene, but as a character, I do think she really stands on her own, and she's really good.
Yep. So I'm gonna have to put her not in GOAT, but definitely in Raw. Kat is definitely Raw.
Yeah, she just needed maybe one or two like outstanding episodes.
Yep. And mind you, Kat is like the only pink female ranger that has 3 helmets. So.
Oh, geez, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, she still holds that record. All right, next up is her replacement, Cassie.
Well, like many Turbo characters, she got better in space. I'll say that.
Yeah, pretty much. A lot of people got better in space. Granted, yes, I actually did like the whole Phantom Ranger arc between her and Kat. Between her and the Phantom Ranger, that was very interesting.
Yeah, it's
Yes, it
just a
didn't.
shame it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it didn't go anywhere, but I did like how they kind of give it like a little closure at the end in space where he leaves that little message where he's saying like, "Don't worry, Cassie, I'll be okay." I'm like, "Aw, that's sweet."
Yeah, I
I
like
mean,
Cassie.
yeah, she's the rough and tough one of the group. Definitely like how when Ashley and Cassie first came on the team, you can see how Ashley is the perky, lighthearted one, while Cassie's the rough and tough tomboy of the group. Yeah. So Cassie, she is definitely and plus she almost died, and we're gonna get into that with the next Ranger after her.
That's soon. Right, because the whole the psychos. I'm telling you, I forgot that storyline. You know, just for that whole thing, Cassie gets props to me. I'd put her in Raw for that personally.
In Raw, okay,
yeah,
I agree. Cassie definitely gets Raw.
She gets respect.
All right, not Corona. Kendricks. I'm about to sing the
They
wrong
both start
name.
with K. It's okay.
Yes,
it's the K, man. They both start with K. They both got the same title in the same season. I would get it confused too.
They both start with K. Yeah. So Kendricks, the one Ranger to die on the scene
and then come back. I was like, that's insane to me.
And then come back. But
her death hit me hard, bro. I'm gonna be real with you.
Her death is
I never expected it.
Crazy. No one would expect that. But man, I mean, granted, yes, the actress did have leukemia at the time. Thankfully, she doesn't have leukemia anymore.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord. Yeah, Corona. A lot of people kind of bash on Corona just because she didn't do much, but just the fact that she put herself to save Cassie in the end, and on top of that, I wish they kind of went more. Okay, if the actress didn't have leukemia, I know they would have done a little bit something better with her relationship with Leo, because they were trying to do something with their relationship. Even in the beginning, you see just the way how Kendricks looks at Leo, like, "Ooh, I like this guy." They were gonna do something with that dynamic and relationship, but it's just they had to kill her off.
Kendricks is just. Now I will say, what they did with killing her off was great, but she's definitely a victim of just outside circumstances. But for what they had to do with and what they did with her, I think she was a good Pink Ranger. Yet again, another like big sister, mother figure done right.
And she is the brains of the team.
Oh, and brains, yep. All around just a God, that's just I don't know why I just got flashbacks to that. I don't know if you remember like the Lost Galaxy. Then she and what was the Yellow Ranger's name? Maya?
Yeah.
Didn't they get in a fight over like cake or something? I don't know. It just came to me.
They got over a fight because Maya's best friend from Marinor was trying to steal the Galaxy book. That's
okay.
Yeah, okay. I think that was the fight.
But Kendricks is pretty. I don't know about GOAT. I know.
I want to put her in GOAT, but then that's kind of a bit of a overstatement, right?
I definitely give her a raw. I think she was a great. I think she was a good Pink Ranger. Great,
she's definitely wrong. Now her replacement, Corone.
Ah man, that was Power Ranger when it knew how to make a good arc for a character. Man, that was great.
That's redemption at its finest. A character who went from being pure, first of all, being I could say partially evil, because she wasn't really fully evil in the beginning of In Space until she got those cybernetics on her. Then she was straight up pure evil. Yeah. So definitely going from partial evil to conflicted to finding her brother, then to being put cybernetics on, then being pure evil, and then deciding to become a ranger to undo her past sins. That's great. That's freaking great. Where would you put Corone?
Oh, Corone is, with all that stuff you listed and the fact that she was a good Pink Ranger, I think because she comes in the middle of the season, she might not always stand out as much as like the characters we're used to.
Mm-hmm.
But she blends in very well with the team's chemistry. Her and Maya were great.
Yep.
The vibe her and Leo gave off is just like, don't worry. He's a good leader. That proves Leo's a good leader. He's able to just bring her into the team.
Mm-hmm.
Her feeling like a duty to Kendricks is just all around. Like, she's got to be the first GOAT for me.
Yep. Yeah. Definitely a GOAT. All right. Next is Dana. I feel like Dana was the weakest. She one of the weakest Rangers of the team. Her arc during the Titanium arc with Ryan makes sense because that's her. I mean, that's her brother. But after that, you don't really see much.
You know what's funny?
She doesn't really get that much focus episodes either.
No, because it's hilarious. Because when you said Dana, I actually forgot what's her name. Like, she did not leave an impression on me. I do like Lightspeed Rescue. I think it's a great season. Dana, for me, you would think a lot more would be done with her. I mean, the mentor is her father, her
Yeah,
brother's the Sixth Ranger, and she's kind of just there.
yeah, she is kind of there, which sucks.
Yeah, she's not a bad character. Like I like her, but I don't
No,
know if
she's
like
not.
I don't know. Dana's fine. I wouldn't say
No, she's not trash.
yeah, she's nowhere near trash. It's like a
No.
trash is reserved for a very special type of ranger. But um I don't know. I could see Raw maybe, but I'm kind of leaning towards mid. I don't know what's up. What do you
Yeah,
think?
yeah, I might put her in mid. I mean, look, she wanted to go to become a doctor. She wanted to go to medical school, and of course, she did accomplish that. Like you see in Power Rangers Time Force and the team up, she does end up getting her medical degree.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a cheap. But yeah, I definitely put Dana in mid. Now the
What?
real, the
Did you hear that, Blackwing?
do I what?
Do you hear that? The rings. They've been wrong. Like there's no way. What is that? That
I
sounds like a second goat already. That's insane to me.
oh
That's insane to me. That's
yes,
insane.
of course, hands down.
You know, this
Pretty.
is your favorite season, so you already know my thoughts on it. Now, please just explain to everyone, even if they already know why this is simply a goat. Please.
Ladies and gentlemen, people of the Power Rangers fandom, let it be known that Jennifer Scott is, of course, a GOAT Pink Ranger. Without a doubt, this woman went hard AF in the beginning of the season when her boyfriend got struck down. Well, not even boyfriend, her fiance got struck down by Ranzik. She made it her mission to take him down from the beginning to the very end. To the very end. She did not get distracted. Surely she did start to, to have feelings for Wes and everything and try to fall in love with him. But when it all came down to getting the job done, Jen never stopped. Jen never stopped. And I love that bit in the final episode of Time Force, where she was like, my mission is to bring you back, and I promise you, I'm going to do it. I love that line. What else can I say about Jen? What is there left to say?
Honestly, what else is there? I mean, she's go like we're discussing it, and she's already in the spot. If that's not enough to tell you, like I don't. I mean, even that. I mean, actually, you know what? I actually lied earlier because yes, while technically the next official quote unquote female ranger was an SPD that led the team. I mean, bar none, Jen was the leader of the Time Force squad, bro.
Of course.
If not, I mean, I guess you could say towards the middle where West was getting a bit more sure of himself, they were co-leaders, but you could definitely feel Jen was calling the shots, and she was a great leader at that.
Yep. So yeah, you guys already saw. I put her in the tier already. Jen's a GOAT. There's no argument there. All right, next up is Alyssa. I'm gonna let you take this one since you know Wild Force is your favorite season.
Why though? Like Alyssa is Alyssa's not trash, but Alyssa is just another victim of just Wild Force, in my opinion, sometimes failing its Rangers. I feel like Alyssa is a good character. She's the good little. She gives that mother vibe. I feel like other characters did it better.
Oh yeah, she does. She does. She's the mother. She's the mother of the group.
Yeah, she gives a good mother vibe. I do like her relationship with other characters, but sometimes it's a bit understated. That's kind of my issue with Wild Force as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like some characters don't really feel like they have. Like Taylor doesn't really feel like she connects to anybody that closely in the group. Like a lot of people's critique of reinforcements from the future, not critique, it's something they notice. It's like, why does Taylor have more chemistry with Eric than anybody on her own team? Like not even just a couple, but as friends. Alyssa suffers from that. She kind of has something with Cole. It's nice. I like the twist that she's the one telling the story at the end. That was really nice.
That was very interesting.
Yeah. But I can't say she had many standout episodes. It was interesting. She was the only ranger going to college, I guess.
Yeah, she was going to school, trying to get her education and saving the world at the same time. So
respect to that. But
yeah,
it's like,
definitely.
like we talked about it last time, like her and Danny, they feel like, well, especially her, Well, no. But never mind. You corrected me last time when we talked about the elephant. But yeah, even her episodes where every Ranger's getting their next Zord.
Yeah.
It feels like hers was like one of the weakest. I barely remember it. The
When
elephant
she
Zord was cool, but the episode itself was like,
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Especially when
yeah,
she got the Deer Zord. When I feel like that Deer Zord should have went to Merrick because it
yeah.
was
It's
it
like
was
you wrote
technically
it around,
his. It was
yeah,
technically his.
basically.
Yeah.
But Alyssa's not trash. I think she's a nice Ranger, but for
So
me, she's got to be mid.
yeah, yeah. Alyssa definitely goes in mid. And since then we didn't have like no pink or white ranger. Wait, actually we did have a white ranger, but that's technically considered classified as a 6. But anyway,
Oh yeah, okay.
our next ranger actually is Sid from SPD.
I love Sid.
Sid was actually pretty decent. She was actually not a bad character.
She
Very
surprised
decent. she's very, outspoken. I can definitely say
Yeah.
she's a very outspoken Pink Ranger. She's strong, she's tough. She may seem girly girl and, perky just because, her family is rich and everything. She may seem like a brat, but she's not really entirely a brat. She really is, she's able to get the job done. She really is. If anything, she's like her chemistry kind of bounces off with her and Z, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I feel like if you can get, because a lot of Ranger series, they love that little chemistry between the pink and the yellow Ranger, and they're just like the two girls in a group a lot of the time.
Yep.
But not even just that. I think Sid, she works really well with all the Rangers. Like her and Z are very good friends. She's kind of like a big sister to Bridge. Her and Sky have this weird kind of sibling relationship where they like to talk down to each other. Even like the first episode,
Yep.
like she should be a Red Ranger. What would be wrong with that?
that bit.
And I simply love her relationship with Jack. Like didn't they share a birthday now? Don't they share a birthday now?
The stakeout episode. That's actually a very good focus episode. That was actually a good focus episode kind of for Jack and Sid for a little bit because, Jack really didn't really know when his birthday was, so that's why she kind of made it like, hey, let's basically have the same birthday. So
yeah, I thought that was really sweet.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice.
I don't know if I don't remember anything specifically that would make her a GOAT, but I put her in the upper tiers of Raw. I really love Sid.
Yeah, she is definitely Raw. And Vita from Mystic Force. I honestly really liked Vita. I liked her.
I think she gets a lot of hate, unnecessary hate at that.
She does.
Her DJing isn't the best, but it's like I think that might have been
the fact that we got a female that's a DJ and she's a Power Ranger at the same time. That's great.
And personally, I like the joke that she doesn't like pink. I thought it was funny.
And the fact that she ends up loving the color with a pink
end. Yeah, I thought it was funny. I really did like it.
That was great.
Mystic Force as a whole, last time I know I especially might have talked down a bit, but it's really mostly like I talk down about Nick a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of the Mystic Force Rangers, like as characters, like the other 4 Rangers, not counting 6, they're really well-rounded characters. They're good.
Mm-hmm.
I actually used to forget that her and Madeline were sisters. I actually forgot that a lot.
Yeah.
But Vita, she was nice.
She was raw to me. She's definitely
I don't think she needs to be put in mid because she, unlike those characters in mid, for me, she made more of a statement, and I really like her.
She is definitely raw. All right, next up is Rose from Overdrive. Now, here's the thing. Rose is definitely the brains of the team. She's definitely the smart one. I think with Rose, it comes down to the point where she's just like, outspoken, yes, but she doesn't really open up that much. Like, that episode where she didn't like being a pirate or anything until she actually got possessed by a ghost pirate.
Yeah.
that was weird, but an interesting episode at the same time. As for that, I feel like she didn't really get that much focus. Like she went to MIT. She has, she teaches, as you see in, the season, but that's all she does. She's not trash. No, I'm not saying that. She's not trash. She is definitely mid material.
I mean, if I'm being honest, Rose is probably my second favorite Ranger of the operation team. Like
Who's your first?
I like Mac a lot. I think he's a great Red Ranger, honestly.
Okay,
Even the cyborg twist, which was, that's a whole different thing. Back
that
to Rose.
that's fair.
Rose is I liked her. I mean, I do. I think that episode with her and Tyson, where she was kind of mean to him and then she apologized. Even though I know some people give her hate for that, but I think looking at her past, well, not
It's
her
just
past,
that
but how she
one
used to
time.
talk.
It's just that one time.
Yeah, it's like because Tyson, to be fair, Tyson was being annoying. Let's not act like he wasn't. Rose is usually the person who's kind of like calm and collected. I feel like letting her have like a one time to explode is fine.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, she definitely lacks. Some Rangers got more care than others, especially when it came to like the rivalry with the villains. I feel like a lot of the Rangers had their own rivalry.
She didn't get one.
Yeah, neither did Dax, but that's Dax. So,
Yeah, Dax is Dax.
So yeah, she didn't really get to have that little. What did the Yellow Ranger get? Who did she have? Was it? Or did she not have one either?
She didn't have one either.
That's right. So it was just Tyson, Will, and Mac. Then
yeah.
Okay. Well, and so yeah, which was they had enough villains to do it, so that was always weird to me. But
yeah.
But Rose, yeah, she's mid.
Yeah,
she's
I
nice.
agree. I put her in mid. All right, next up is
it's the boy Dominic.
Mia.
Wait.
Oh, Dominic. Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
I'm about to say I was scared. I was like, there's no way we're skipping my
Wait a minute. I had Pink on the brain because we've just been nothing but Pink after Pink.
That's
after
right.
Pink.
That's right. Oh, it's on like 2 or 3 of them. It's on like 3 Right Rangers.
I'm sorry. See, this is why Dominic is forgettable. Dominic, he is very forgettable because he came so late in the season.
Which is weird to me because more flexing on Dino Thunder. Dino Thunder is how you do a 5-man Ranger team and make it interesting. Dominic, especially because Dominic had to live up to RJ because RJ was such a great like addition to the team. I really liked RJ.
Yeah.
Dominic comes around and it's like he has the relationship with what's her name? Who likes the books? She works
Fran.
Fran. Looking back at Dominic, everything I like about him isn't the stuff about his character. Really, it's like I love his Zord. I like his suit design pretty much. I like his weapon. But Dominic himself doesn't really stand too well on his own. Like, and it's a shame. But, he's okay.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. I mean, he has a good connection with RJ because, they were friends.
Yeah, I wish they played that up more too.
Yeah.
They seem more like at times like associates. Like they don't really talk about like I think it would have been nice if they added a few lines like they talk about how they were in the past, maybe a flashback episode when they were like the trio's age or something.
Mm-hmm.
But we really don't get much like that. But yeah.
What I did found interesting though is when Casey went to Dominic and asked him what was Jared like when he was back at Paishwa, because I was like, Dominic knew Jared? Like, since when?
I don't get the ages in Jungle Fury, but
that
was interesting. So what were you saying about that?
That's all I have to say. I mean, Dominic, he just
like his most impressive scenes are scenes that he's not even the focus. Like
sad. I mean, there was that one episode where he was trying to impress a scientist. That was like I could say that's honestly one of my favorite focus episodes for him. But other than that, he really does get the short end of the stick. So he's not I don't want to put him in trash though, but
so I don't think he's trash. I think he's just because for me, trash is either for bad characters or for characters who are just so why. Dominic, to me, I look at him in the same way. Ironically, I look at Kimberly. It was like, yeah, he was there. He was okay,
So mid.
Yeah.
All right, mid it is. All right, next up, Power Ranger Samurai Mia.
We've talked about Samurai before, and Mia is another victim of that series for me.
She is. She can't cook, obviously. They were really trying to make. Remember that episode when Mia and Kevin were kind of doing a stakeout in front of that kid's house in like the fourth episode of the show, and she made like this whole dish for him.
Yeah.
And they were trying to hook them up as like a couple or anything. That was just, first of all, that was too soon, way too soon.
No chemistry.
Yeah, there was no chemistry with that. And second of all, she just felt bland.
Mia is exactly what you just said. Just
She,
bland.
yeah,
She's. I wanted to like her like I want to like a lot of the Samurai Rangers,
I mean,
but
you already know. Like Mike is my top favorite. You already know
yeah,
that.
I think Mike is the one that speaks the most volumes. Like I feel like Mia, at least I can't even really say what her quote unquote shtick was. Like Kevin was too much on he was too much on the rules. Emily was shy. Jaden was the leader, and Antonio
Stoic.
was just the stoic leader. Antonio is Antonio. Mia, I don't like I don't know what she really brings.
Nothing. She doesn't really bring anything to the table. And I'm sorry to all the samurai lovers out there. More power to you if Samurai is your favorite season. But look,
The
I got
first
to put
track.
me in. I got to put me in trash. I'm sorry. And same can be said about the next ranger after her, Emma.
I remember nothing about Emma. She was
Exactly.
smart, wasn't she? Was
She
that one the thing
she
she was?
she was all about the environment. The girl was like
Oh,
she had a green
that's
thumb,
right.
basically. That's her whole
That's
personality.
actually why I didn't like Emma that
Yeah,
much. Not because she was into that, but because it never felt like
she
they
was.
really. It felt
It
like more
was
of a gimmick than something she really cared about
It
at
was a
times.
gimmick. It was a gimmick. It was she just was a one note character, just like, oh, I could. What about the environment? What about the animals? I'm like, girl,
Yeah, you
I
just
know
can't
you got.
push a line like that out of nowhere. Like she would say stuff like that while they're fighting in the Zord. I'm like, really?
Yes, she would. She would say that. She definitely would. Emma's definitely in trash.
But that was the quickest one yet, so that's
Oh,
nice.
bro, you already
Oh,
know.
oh, there's another Ranger. I know you have certain thoughts about. So here you go.
I can't believe. First of all, I can't believe it took him this long to even cast someone like this. But
I never
anyway,
noticed it, which is insane to me. You're right. I never realized it.
Shelby Watkins, the first female black Pink Ranger. First black Pink Ranger, y'all. Of color. First female Pink Ranger of color.
It is so weird because I never noticed it.
I mean, it's weird, but it's. Remember that video that Black Nerd Comedy did where he was like, about damn time?
Yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
about
crazy to
damn
me.
time.
Like I can't believe I never noticed it before. But yeah, Shelby is. I'm really glad she was one of the because Dino charged too many Rangers. But I'm
Too many,
glad that it
too many
focused
Rangers.
that she was one of the Rangers that got focused. I'm really glad she was.
Oh yeah, she did, and I'm still mad they never got like an actual kissing scene between her and Tyler. Yes,
One of the best Power Ranger couples since like I don't even maybe honestly since West and Jen. They had
yeah,
so much chemistry and
yeah,
just
they did.
I guess kids just can't see kissing nowadays. I don't know.
Or yeah, it's just it's. I guess it's a problem to have like what live action actors kiss live on screen and television from in front of children, but whatever.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, Shelby was great. Look, the girl created a Zord. She's the one that came up with the idea of a device to track the other Energems. So, hello, she's a freaking dinosaur expert. And Miss Morgan, well, Kendall, aka Miss Morgan, always kept trying to put her down, always knocking her. I'm like, yo,
Which
Shelby.
at times it did feel like y'all want her to be a ranger in the future. Like you're kind of making her come off as like an unnecessary bully to Shelby specifically at times. It
She
was kind of
was
weird.
being a bully to Shelby, but Shelby
Yeah,
was really proving herself. Like, yo, she is committed
yeah.
to this.
Which more props. Well, unfortunately, that kind of lowers Kendall, but that gives more props to Shelby though.
Yep.
Prove him wrong.
Yeah, definitely proven wrong. So definitely Shelby is a goat. In my eyes, she's a goat.
They nailed it, man. They nailed the first pink black.
Right?
I can't even say it.
Right?
But good on them for nailing it. She could have been like the last two. So
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of the last two, we got Sarah from Ninja Steel.
that's all you, man. I don't remember anything. Ninja Steel is
Weak. That's all it is. Weak.
I don't remember anything of it, man. Like I remember watching it. Honestly, I don't even think I have the right to even talk about Ninja Steel because
dude,
say for the crossover episode, I don't remember much.
That's about it because Ninja Steel is just such a forgettable season. I don't even. It's not even on my radar to even look at it anymore.
I think Ninja Steel is probably it's the worst aspects of the Neo Saban era. It's like they don't really feel like characters. They all feel like they just have their one note. I don't know. I didn't really like, especially for like what seemed to be like the last Ninja season for a minute.
Yeah,
it was a letdown.
It was. So, and Sarah, she was the smart one of the team, which was nice, but she just didn't do it for me. She just didn't do it for me.
Yeah, I will not give judgment on her because I honestly don't think I remember anything. So I'm gonna leave that to you.
Yeah, she's in trash. And Haley.
It's Haley.
Okay, first of all, I like that they gave a Ranger. They already established a Ranger couple right at the beginning, which was nice. But I feel like the whole breakup that they had was dumb. That was really, really dumb.
It's just drama for drama's sakes.
Yeah, drama for drama's sake. It was dumb. It felt forced. It didn't need to be there. It was dumb. It really was terrible.
I actually forgot this season had a pink and white ranger. I always thought that was nice.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was nice. But still,
Haley herself.
I got nothing to say. I got nothing to say about Haley though.
See, I feel like part of her problem, and she was with the Yellow Ranger, right?
Yeah, she was with the Yellow Ranger.
I feel like a part of their problem is too much of their identity relies on each other. Like I do like that they were together at the start, but too much of both of the characters' individual identity relies on the fact that they're like the Rangers who are a couple in the group, which is never how you want to establish characters. Like if they're only good together, like Jen and Emma from RPM, they're not a couple, they're siblings, but I feel like they both worked well enough in individual episodes when they weren't always together.
Yeah.
With Haley and the Yellow Ranger, at times I was like, they really don't feel like they're anything. They're not complete without each other. Not in like a romantic way, more like an incomplete character way.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So I just gotta put Haley in trash. I'm sorry. I really am. I just nothing.
Yeah, the Neo Saban era just failed. It's Pink and White Rangers, man.
It was weak. So the last Ranger here is movie Kimberly.
I like him more than classic Mighty Morphin Kimberly. I mean, I don't know if that puts her above. I mean, if I had to rank the movie version of the Rangers, it'd be hard for me because honestly, the only one that I think stands out so much
is Movie Billy.
Yeah, Movie Billy will go down as being like one of the better like parts of that movie and one of the more iconic Rangers. I feel like because he handles so much real stuff. Movie Kimberly isn't a bad character, especially her relationship with the other Rangers.
Yeah.
I didn't really vibe with her. Not because I'm a big fan of Tommy, but I really didn't care about her relationship with Jason. I think it would have worked better if they just stayed like close friends.
It was weird. It was weird for me.
It felt like they were a couple because it's a movie with a male and female lead, and they had to be. It didn't feel like they had really chemistry.
Yeah, especially since that kissing scene was a deleted scene. So I didn't really care about that. That just felt that felt odd to me. But I
don't think she's trash.
No. I don't think she's trash either. But
because she has one of my favorite scenes in the movie. I don't remember if this was deleted or not, but I've seen it before.
Where she comes clean about what she did.
No, well that's good. That whole campfire scene is great. But I think one of my favorite scenes is when she and Trini are
like trying to wrestling over like what was it, a fork that they were trying to grab?
I think it was like kind of similar to that Kung Fu Panda scene. It was like a fortune cookie or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was nice seeing them both just have fun. It was cute. So
yeah, definitely. I put movie Kim and Ross. So is there anyone that you feel like we should move up, or this is pretty solid?
Up. Okay, let's look at the trash. The trash tier looks pretty good to me. Mid. Nah, I'm not feeling anyone. Raw. Everybody in the Raw, well, most of the people in the Raw, they come really close to being GOAT, but they needed that bit more of a push. And all the GOATs, well, they all have just a great reason. I mean, and I know we've already established this, but Shelby isn't there because she's black. That's just a bonus. Shelby was just a great
she's just great. She's great.
Jen is just one. I would put Jen as like top 10. If there was ever a top 10 list of like Rangers of all time,
Jen is at the number one. Jen is at the number one spot. That's without a doubt. Without a doubt, she's at the number one spot.
And Corona is just.
I'll put Corona as number two. I put Corona as number two.
Yeah. So overall, I really like this list. I think everyone earned what they got, and here they are.
Yep, I agree. But anyway, guys, that is the list. These are our rankings for the Pink and White Rangers. Stay tuned next time. For next week, we will be doing the everyone else, the extras, the six, the
Gotcha.
auxiliary Rangers, because I know the lists that we did, they did not include not a single six, which I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Cam wasn't even on the green and black tier list, which is very strange. But
Yeah.
it makes sense since because of his classification as a six ranger. So it only seems fair, I guess. But
I'm sorry. Did you know of Hunter and Blake? Do you know
yeah,
what?
they're on the other list as well
Oh,
as.
they're on the red and blue.
No, they're on the extras auxiliary list.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I did some checking to make sure. Because I didn't see them on the red and blue list either. I'm like, wait, where's Hunter and Blake? That's
Yeah, I didn't
interesting.
know how Crimson and Navy would count, so I just want to know. Thank you. Okay.
I mean,
Cool.
they're in different shades of red and blue, so
Yeah.
it is what it is. But anyway, guys, let us know in the comment section below who are your favorite Pink and White Rangers. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on all the things. Click that bell to be notified. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. And of course, the links are in the description below. And Tex, where can everybody find you?
So you can find me on Twitter at Detective, pretty much how you see it here. Or you can follow me on my YouTube, also Detective.
And I will leave that in the description below for everybody else so they could give that a look. But as always, thank you, Tex, for being here. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I am Vengeance. I am Darkness. I am Blackwing. Stay golden.